What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn welcoming you back for another episode of Shady Teams, our live Pokemon team building series. Before we get started, take a look at your screen. That's actually why we're getting started, isn't it? I'm sorry, but we are building a team around Smaug. We are staying in UU this week. I know we just built a UU team around the... Why can't I remember? Mega Beedrill, but we want to stay around for Smaug, for Mega Sceptile, so I really want to build a team around him. And this is an interesting Pokemon. Definitely doesn't gain too much. Forgive me, I'm itchy. Doesn't gain too much from the Lightning Rod ability. I mean, granted, electric immunity, woo, but we resist it times 4 anyway. Can't be paralyzed by Thunder Wave, so that's really cool. Besides that, we'll see what happens. He's got, you guys can see his stats are pretty good. He's got 145 speed and 145 special attack, so he does hit like a monster, without a doubt. And here's our moves that we'll be using: Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Fire. Hidden Power Fire is literally only for like Scizor and Ferrothorn. Now, I know that they're not in UU, but if we do get 2 wins, we will go to OU, and I wouldn't mind having the coverage for that. And of course, Escavalier also doesn't like Hidden Power Fire. There are a couple of things that are 4 times weak to fire, so I was considering running Substitute over it, but I decided, hey, let's go with HP Fire just for those moments when we see stuff in OU, or for something that's 4 times weak to it. Some of you guys say, why don't you run Hidden Power Ice? Most things that are 4 times weak to Ice are not in UU, or are at the very least Dragon in some fashion, and Dragon Pulse will take care of them because it's a stab Dragon Pulse, so that's glorious. So the biggest thing that makes me sad about Mega Sceptile, though, is the amount of weaknesses that it has. Grass type in general is a pretty fragile type. It's weak to fire, flying, bug, poison. So 4 weaknesses inherently in grass. Now we lose the fire weakness because we have dragon typing, but we gain a fairy and a dragon weakness, and then an extra ice weakness technically is times 4. So he has like 6 or 7 weaknesses, I believe, probably 6: bug, poison, flying, fairy, dragon. I feel like I'm missing one. Poison, bug, flying, fairy, dragon. Maybe it's only 5. Okay, maybe it's only 5. I feel like I'm missing one though. But besides that, we're gonna go ahead. It's gonna be really hard to build a core around this that resists that many things. The first type that comes to mind that resists that many things is a steel type, because steel has a lot of resistances in general. It'll be immune to poison. It'll resist bug. Aggron seems to be fitting the bill pretty nicely, especially since it won't actually have a fire weakness. It'll have a fire. It'll have neutral fire stuff going on. So we're gonna go with Aggron. We're gonna give you the leftovers, and we're gonna make you supportive. Of course, we'll give you sturdy. Now we know your special defense is paper thin. We're gonna make you our stealth rocker, our earthquaker, our not earth power, you silly pants. Stop it! Earthquake. And you guys know this is PokemonShowdown.com. It's a team building, or it's a Pokemon simulator where you can build teams and battle with them. There is no way to transfer this stuff from Pokemon Showdown to your game. This is just literally for educational purposes or for playing it online without having the game. I just use this website to show you guys how I build my teams, and then the only way to get Pokemon in the Pokemon universe is by breeding, trading for them, or genning. Those are the 3 ways you can get these Pokemon. However, there's no way to actually transfer from this to your game. That's impossible. Now, we have Aggron, who I'm going to give Stone Edge to, and I think we should give him a Steel type move because we are weak to fairies from Smaug, and Aggron resists the fairies as well. So Aggron's looking like a really good pair for Smaug. He's looking really good. I kind of do want to go for not like a toxic. I kind of want to go for a dragon tail, but I'm gonna let my judgment win. I'm gonna go for a toxic. Now his physical defense is out the. It's literally, if the physical defense tried to fit inside this room, it'd be out the door because there's just way too much of it going on. So I'm actually gonna max. Do I want to max out his attack? Do I want to make him just like also hit like a truck? Okay, you know, let's do it. We're gonna do it. We'll give you a positive defense nature, a negative special attack nature, and we're gonna give you 4 in special defense because that's really gonna help. But I'm gonna give you I kind of want to make you hit like a real truck. How much do you lose? You go from 220 to 200. You go from 162 to 178. Yeah, you know, we'll give you the positive defense. We'll give you the positive defense. That's fine. And 220 defense, nothing to laugh at. I'm fine with it. We're gonna go with this. Aggron, you're just gonna be called. My first shiny ever was an Aran, so I'm gonna call you. I don't know what to nickname you yet. You have blue eyes. I love naming Pokemon blue eyes. We're gonna leave you alone. We got Smaug and Aggron. Now Aggron, you guys know, is 4 times weak to fighting. So a ghost type Pokemon here would be simply fantastic, or something else that at least resists the fighting. Which would be a Crobat, but that's not going to be part of our core. However, Crobat, that's another ice weakness. Let's turn down. That's why I really don't want to use a flying type Pokemon. I'd much rather use a ghost type Pokemon. So with that in mind, let's go ahead, try to find a ghost type Pokemon. Trevenant. Trevenant is looking nice. That's another grass type Pokemon. That's another ice weakness. That's another flying weakness. Another bug weakness. Not a fan. Never was a fan. Never will be a fan. Tentacruel wouldn't work too bad. Really high special defense. They're both weak to Earthquake though, like a butt. So we're gonna just go. We're gonna go Ghost. We're gonna see what our options are for Ghost. Go figure Gist, but that's like, well, he could be specially defensive, and he's got some really good natural physical bulk, but his HP is shy, so we're not gonna do that. Jellicent, of course, would be nice. Water immunity when Aggron is weak to water. We have Smaug, who has the electric immunity. This will be a fighting immunity right here. I don't see too many downsides. They both share grass weaknesses, which Smaug resists ×4 though, so that's not a big deal. All right, we're gonna come back to that because that might be a very, 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 very real possibility. I kind of want someone with Levitate, and there's very few ghost levitators out there. The one that I'm thinking of though, I believe, is Miss Magius. Miss Magus. Miss Magus. This little girl right here, who is NU, is coming to mind, and I think we're gonna go with her. Pretty positive we're gonna go with her. Because she's levitating, she's immune to the ground, which Aggron's 4 times weak to. She's also immune to the fighting type, which is great. So we're gonna go with a specially defensive Miss Magius. Now, looking at her stats, as much as I would love to give her an Assault Vest, I really want this thing to pack the Willow. So we're gonna give you positive special defense nature. We'll give you 4 in HP. Let's bring you down to 50. Level 50, sure, why not? Good odd amount of HP. We'll give you a positive special defense nature, bring you up to 172, nothing to laugh about. We'll give you the leftovers, and I'm thinking along the lines of Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, Calm Mind. No, we're not going to go Calm Mind. We're not going to try to set up. I don't need grass coverage because I have Smaug, so we're not going to need Energy Ball. Dazzling Gleam wouldn't be bad because we don't have much Dragon coverage right now except for Smaug, but hey, you know, that's kind of nice. We're kind of good. This would really hit Hydreigon's hard, though. This would hit Hydreigon so hard. Oh my goodness. I think I might put this on here just for Hydreigon. Because with positive special defense, we might be able to take a Dark Pulse. I wouldn't mind running Calcs right now, but I'm not going to do that. I feel like I can take a Dark Pulse with max special defense. Max HP. And Dazzling Gleam would destroy it. And that would be a lot of fun to pull off. But let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Thunder Wave. If I want to run multiple... Oh my gosh. Do you learn the Pain Split? You do learn Pain Split. Huh. No. I think I will actually go Dazzling Gleam just for Hydreigon because I could take one hit, I believe. If I can't, I mean, I'll run the calcs after the video, and then in the first battle, we'll go over what I changed, if I changed anything like we always do. And you guys can go ahead and leave your suggestions, of course, down below. We got Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, Dazzling Gleam. There's really no reason for Dark Pulse. It doesn't cover anything that Shadow Ball doesn't cover. Heal Bell wouldn't be bad. Get a nice little Cleric action going on, a little bit of Cleric, a little bit of nice Cleric going on. We'll give you a nice little Cleric. I think I'm going to do that. Cleric is nice, right? Put someone to sleep. I have... Could always go Foul Play. You know what? We're going to go Foul Play. Those physical attackers don't want to come in. Because you got base 105 speed. You're pretty fast. You're pretty fast. Actually, how much special defense? No, we got to keep it. If we want to take Hydreigon hits. We can outspeed a decent amount of things with 105 speed and get a Foul Play off, which is nothing to laugh at. We can't really take a physical hit, though, so do we really want this? Probably not. I think I'd be better off going ahead and going for the... I don't know. Something else, though. I really keep coming back to Thunder Wave. I really do. I think I am going to go Thunder Wave. Double status? Miss Magius? Who's going to see it coming? No one. We'll go with Thunder Wave, then. We're going to have... I'm actually going to have to switch this up, though. We're going to put Dazzling Gleam right here. And then we'll put Will-O-Wisp right here. That way my OCD can just calm down. So, Miss Bertha... That's your name, Mrs. Bertha. Forgive me, Mrs. Bertha. She's happily married, of course. So we got Smaug, Aggron, and Mrs. Bertha. Mrs. Bertha is weak to Dark and Ghost. don't have the ghost immunity, we don't have dark resistance yet. So, normal type would be cool, fighting type would be cool. A normal type, though, will give us another fighting weakness, which we really don't want to have. So, I'm thinking about possibly going for the Arcanine, because we haven't used an Arcanine in a really long time. An Arcanine has priority. I'm making Slam Puppy right now. We're going to use Slam Puppy. Do we want to give it Intimidate or Slash Fire? Do I want to force a switch? I want to force a switch. Or do I want to be immune? We don't even have a fire weakness yet. We're going to go ahead and we're going to keep Intimidate. We're going to make Slam Puppy. I don't think it's all caps, though, the one that I have. We got Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, not Fowler. Flare Blitz. Oh, hello, Sarah. Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz. Do you learn Close Combat? That's what it is. I think that's what it is. Now, what's your last one normally? Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz. What do you normally run? Is it Wild Charge? For those water types? I can dig it. Alright, so we're going to go 252 attack, 252 speed. We'll give you a positive speed nature to make sure you at least speed tie. Well, Darmanitans are always choice scarfed, so is there really a point? No. We're going to make you adamant. We're going to make you adamant. We haven't done an adamant Pokemon in a very long time. We're going to do it. Bring Slam Puppy down to level 50. And we will leave your HP as such and give you 4 in defense. Look at that natural bulk right there. Look at that natural bulk that Arcanine has. It's beautiful. 90 HP, 80 defenses. That is incredible. So Slam Puppy's looking good. Now that is another ground weakness. I'm not. Oh, render done. That's another ground weakness. I'm not happy about that. I'm not. Doesn't make me smile. Doesn't. It's just rustling my jimmies. I know that we have an immunity and a resistance in Smaug and Bertha, retrospectively, since I switched that up. But it's not making me happy. I can't go Flygon because that's another times 4 we, oh, I wonder if I can go Galvantula. Huh. Sticky Web? Yeah. Let's do it. I haven't run Sticky Web in so long. Oh my goodness, yes. All right, so we're going to go Sticky Web, Volt Switch, Bug Buzz, and Energy Ball. I know it's hard to not go ahead and give into that Thunder Pressure when you have Compound Eyes, but I'd rather have Energy Ball to hit those Donphans hard where it hurts. We're going to give you 252 speed. You don't really need to outspeed much. I'm going to give you a modest nature so you can hit a little bit harder on some folks. Now, we do have 2 Pokemon that are weak to rocks right now. Whoa, okay, not level 4. Calm down. Turn down! Level 50. And we're going to give you 4 in defense. So we'll go with that. 4 in special defense. It'll matter. It'll matter. It'll matter. Just wait for the battles. Wait for them. So we have, of course your name is going to be Spider Bread because we have to. Thanks to, I Am Bread. We have to go ahead and name you Spider Bread. And our last Pokemon. Huh. Still have 2 Pokemon weak to Earthquake, 1 immunity, 1 resistance. We do have 2 Pokemon weak to Flying now, which is a little unfortunate. We do have that resistance in Aggron, so I'm not worried about that. Alright, this team is not looking too terrible. I don't think it's looking too terrible. My last Pokemon. Could go standard. I can give me a backup wall and go with Florges. That's another poison weakness. Not really a fan. Never was a fan. Never will be a fan. Could go Goodra. Because ice really isn't too big of a deal. And Goodra's got 80 speed. If you think a Choice Scarf Goodra is a joke, you better recognize I might actually do that. Huh. Or Jirachi. It's another fire weakness. We're not about that. Machamp. It's another flying weakness. We can't do that. The last Pokemon is always one of the hardest Pokemon to pick. Milotic might not be bad. It does give us an extra an extra grass weakness. But Milotic is pretty bulky, and it's a pretty cool Pokemon, so I'm going to go ahead and go with it. Do I have more than, how many leftovers? I don't like running more than 2 leftovers. So we already have 2 leftovers. I'm not going to give that to Milotic then. If that's the case, then I wonder if I should go with the rest set. See, rest is really fun with Milotic just because of Marvel Scale. So Milotic's physical defense goes through the roof. So even if we go ahead and we make you even if we do this for you, that spread, because I like that spread. I know some people get mad when I pull numbers out of my butt, but I don't care. 248, 156, bring you to 140. Special attack, so you'll hit a little bit. We'll go with Scald. Ice Beam. I kind of think I do want to do the rest. I don't really want to do the rest. I don't want to do the rest. So if I'm not giving you leftovers, I mean, I can, you know what? Assault Vest Melodic sounds pretty nice right now. If that's the case, then I think I'm going to go ahead. No, you'll just be our extra special. You'll be our extra special. Well, that's fine. Scald, Ice Beam. You learn Dragon Tail, don't you? Force some switches? Yeah, I could deal with that. Scald, Ice Beam, Dragon Tail, and you got Recover right there, but you can't use that with the Assault Vest. Ah, man, you lose so much value when you're running Assault Vest on this thing. You lose so many possibilities. But I'm gonna do it. Coil Melodic, please, please, please. We could go Facade. That makes sense. I'm not a fan of this right now. I think I'm gonna go back on my Melodic. I think I'm gonna choose someone else. I think I am gonna choose someone else. I'd almost rather just have Blastoise. Just a straight up regular Blastoise. Do I want to do that? No. No! I mean, Cloyster. Cloyster's weak to electric. It's weak to fighting, though. It's another fighting weakness. I don't want that. I really don't want another fighting weakness. Why is the last Pokemon always so difficult? Honchkrow wouldn't be too bad. That's the electric weakness. It's a grass resistance. It's weak to ice, which would be two ice weaknesses. But I kind of want to use this bird. We're gonna go with this bird. We're gonna go with a Moxie. I haven't used this Life Orb. I haven't used this Honchkrow in so long. So can you learn Swords Dance? No, you can't. Okay. Sucker Punch. Brave Bird. You can learn Calm Mind. Oh, give me the Calm Minding, Heat Waving. We want to give that fire coverage because steel types are a problem for this bird. Sucker Punch, Brave Bird. Do you learn Knockoff? Did they give it to you? They didn't give it to you in ORAS. Tickle my fancy. I could go Facade for when someone tries to burn me. That's actually not even a bad idea. But Superpower. Superpower covers the steel types too. Why do I want Heat Wave? Why would you want Heat Wave over Superpower? In what world would you want Heat Wave over Superpower? Can't think of any. I mean, except for ×4 Pokemon again, like Ferrothorn. But we already have fire coverage, so we're gonna go Superpower. And I do think I'm gonna go with Facade because I know someone's gonna get cheeky and burn me. Am I gonna do it? I'm scared. I'm nervous. He can learn. Honchkrow can learn Thunder Wave. What? All right, that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna go with Facade. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it a little different. I'm not sure what the standard set is. I can't really remember right now. My brain is not functioning. We're gonna make you adamant. So many adamant Pokemon in this team. We will give you. Let's make you level 50 so we can see what we want to do. We do have a pretty decent amount of Pokemon weak to rocks, and that isn't what we want to be about. Do I really need to? Is there a Pokemon that I really want to outspeed after a certain point, or am I just going to Sucker Punch? I feel like anyone with like levels, you know what? Even if it's just to outspeed even if it's just to outspeed walls, we got to give you max speed, and we will give you 4 in defense. We're gonna make you adamant. We're gonna do it because we're just gonna go as hard as possible with the physical attack. So, like I was saying, what was I saying? It's another Pokemon that's weak to rocks. The latter part of our team is really weak to rocks, and that is making me a bit nervous because we don't have a Spinner or a Defogger. Can you learn Defog? Just because no one would ever see it coming. But if I'm switching my Honchkrow in on rocks, taking 25%, is it worth it? I guess it's better than not having Defog at all on the team, but I really don't want to defog my Sticky Web and my rocks away. Yeah, you know what? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Either that or we use a new Pokemon. Oh, I don't want to change Pokemon again. I don't want to change Pokemon again. I really want to use this bird. Could go Crocodile. It's a ground and water weakness. That adds too many. Ground, it just adds too many weaknesses, but Choice Scarf Crocodile is so much fun. We actually don't have a Scarfer on this team yet. That's another fighting weakness. Now, we do need a Scarfer, though. Nidoking, perhaps? Only adds a water weakness, which we have a ×4 resistance to, but then we'd have 3 water weaknesses. Nope, 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 nope. We could go, you know what, if we're going to talk about weaknesses, we could just go with adding 1 more fighting type weakness and go with Porygon-Z. Physical, special, physical, special. So it's really up in the air, whatever we want to do. You know what? All right, we're going to go Porygon-Z. We're going to make you a Choice Scarfer because Choice Scarfers are nice to have. Tri-Attack, Ice Beam, because we need the ice coverage. I would say Thunderbolt, perhaps. Do we really need that coverage? It hits water types and flying types. Flying types actually wouldn't be too bad to hit. Thunderbolt and Dark Pulse. We're going to tech that Dark Pulse. Do we want to do that? I think we will go Dark Pulse. Why not? It's pretty random, I feel like. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not random. Maybe it's perfect. Psychic, there's really no reason. It hits fighting types, which Porygon-Z is weak to. So maybe there is a reason around Psychic. Nah, Tri-Attack hits. Tri-Attack hits harder than Psychic because this goes to, well, not harder, but just almost as hard. Psychic goes to 180, whereas Tri-Attack goes to 160. So Tri-Attack, Ice Beam, we're going to go with Dark Pulse. Let's go with Dark Pulse. I feel like we ran this set before, and I feel like Dark Pulse ended up helping us out in one clutch moment. I just don't remember exactly when. So we're going to have Porygon-Z as our last, so we don't get another rock damage Pokemon thingamajigger. We're going to give you positive speed. I kind of feel like Darmanitan, sorry about that. I feel like Darmanitan has base 90 speed. If he has 95, then I think I'm going to go Timid instead of, let's see. Darmanitan even. Oh, okay, that's ruining everything. That was the whole point. I didn't want to ruin the video. Thanks, Google Chrome. All right, Darmanitan is 95 speed. So he's going to Choice Scarf Darmanitan's going to outspeed Choice Scarf Porygon-Z every time. So we're going to go ahead and make you a, we're going to make you the Modest Nature instead of Timid. So that's going to be our team. We got Smaug, Aggron, Mrs. Bertha, Slam Puppy, Spider Bread, and Porygon-Z. The other two will have nicknames. Like I said in the middle of this video, go ahead and leave your suggestions down below for what you'd like to see changed on this team, and maybe I'll change it before we start the battles. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like rating down below. It encourages me to make more of these videos. It lets me know that you guys like them. So that's why they're called likes. I'm going to get out of here. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady. Really obvious. It's a good chance to go for the knockoff, but he doesn't, thankfully. And that is very good for me.